what you see, like a battery. I'm staying charged on my feet, I'm like a factory. Dropping lines like an assembly. I'm staying.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to ZukaTube, and today we're going to be reviewing Wrath of Man, directed by Guy Ritchie, starring Jason Statham. Just came out on May 7th, 2021. I'm going to play the trailer. I'm going to give you a little summary, a little basic review and all that fun stuff, pros and cons, and then at the end we're going to get into spoilers. But let's get right into this trailer here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new addition.
See your dude.
H.
Portico Security specialize in cash trucks across
That was
LA.
my guy from Mindhunter, too.
Do you have any idea how dangerous this job can
Oh,
Some idea.
they're getting attacked already.
We're the prey.
That's Josh Hartnett. Oh, shit.
Ready.
Man, it's a good cast, I'll tell you that.
This is your temporary sidearm.
What happens if we're pulling pistols in a machine gun fight?
Do you have a problem?
I don't know. Do I?
Well, you can't start out with a machine gun, can you?
Back 5 minutes ago. They're serious.
Ah, they got Mindhunter
Leave this
guy.
to me.
Get in the truck next time.
He's about to wreck.
Sorry, pal.
Yup, he's wrecking it. Damn. Oh, it's Post Malone. What the hell? It's great stuff.
Who is this lunatic?
Great to see Josh Hartnett, though. He's awesome.
It doesn't feel right.
And good to see Post Malone get killed, That was good to watch.
It's like he wants trucks to get hit. He's not a cop.
Yeah, damn right he does.
But if he's not a cop, what is he?
It's Wrath of Man. Come on, man.
A while back, we lost 2 guards, a civilian too.
There was an investigation.
And they still haven't found the scum who did it.
This is generally the movie
You were
right
in an
here.
accident.
I mean, there's more
You're
to
my
it,
son.
but this is
He
the
didn't
main
make it.
drive of the movie.
I need to know who
They
killed
make
my
that
son.
very clear.
The tree has been shook, and it's been shook hard. We've scorched the earth.
You started by saying you'd do anything. But what I'm hearing is, you think
I love
you've
that
done
song in the
everything.
movie, too.
I can see it's gonna be a long night.
It's gotta be an inside job.
Dang, imagine how much that suit weighs. I know it's probably the
Well, I
last
wish
thing
you'd
anyone's
done it
thinking,
20
but
years.
that's one of the things I thought of right away. Like, how heavy is that? Oh, the ballistic plating on it.
And I do bear a grudge.
Clearly. Dang. So, what a trailer. Pretty cool trailer. Pretty basic, though. I mean, for most, I guess Jason Statham movies overall, if you've ever seen him in, like Crank or The Transporter or anything like that. I mean, he definitely does a real good job in this movie. Kicks a lot of ass, which is awesome to see. But this movie, right? I'm going to give you the basic summary right now that they have listed for it. It's that mysterious and wide-eyed new security guard. Oh, sorry. Let me restart that. It's wild-eyed. I've never really heard that term before. Mysterious and wild-eyed, a new security guard for a cash truck surprises his coworkers when he unleashes precision skills during a heist. The crew is left wondering who he is and where he came from. Soon, the marksman's ultimate motive becomes clear as he takes dramatic and irrevocable steps to settle the score. Hey, that's generally the trailer and generally the movie overall, I gotta say. Yeah, basically what happens is you see everything starts off and you see the initial robbery with the construction workers where the kid gets gunned down, and then you see obviously our boy get gunned down, right? Then it goes to present day, and this guy, H they call him, Patrick Hill, played by Jason Statham, right? He's applying for a job at a new security place. They know nothing of it. He just kind of skates by, does a kind of mediocre test, gets in, and then within a day or so on the job, before you know it, they get robbed. And, well, actually, I think it's a little bit into the job. He's there for a bit. And, it was the next day. And basically, they get robbed, and he goes apeshit. Like, totally apeshit, as you see in the trailer. Kills Post Malone in epic fashion. And then, they want to keep him on the job, although they, I guess, should be letting him off on like a medical leave temporarily. But it just started, so. But a lot of people are real skeptical of him. They give him a lot of shit. The main side characters, like the dude from Mindhunter and Josh Hartnett and stuff like that. The one guy, Josh Hartnett, his character is called Boy Sweat. And Mindhunter guy's character's name is Bullet. Like, everybody's got nicknames. It's a lot of like really vulgar, like joking and sarcastic remarks and all kinds of insults. That stuff's really typical and enjoyable for those types of movies. They definitely have some pretty fresh jokes in there that I enjoyed. But basically, he's like the driving force now. He's like the hero of the job, because everybody else, morale was kind of low, aside from everybody trying to joke a little bit here and there and kind of being shitty with each other, right? And at the same time, you can tell that this character H is definitely investigating some things. And then they are also investigating him at the job and stuff like that, because they think, where the hell did this guy come from, kind of deal. And it's pretty decent. The one thing I can say is the pacing is a little bit weird, because they don't really go back into what happened to him and really who the true villains are of the whole movie until probably about halfway through or so. And I felt like, the movie, for the most part, gets you kind of driven into one angle, and then when they steer into that, you're like, oh crap, I forgot all about that whole deal. Like, who was this guy and these people he was investigating to begin with? And they kind of start to do the kind of the flashback stuff a little late in the movie. You figure when you watch the trailer that they would have handled all that right in the beginning, so you would have understood his steps as he was going a little bit more. But they kind of like give you almost like it's as a twist partway through the movie. And then, from there, things kind of go awry. And it's pretty interesting because he has to obviously figure out, who is maybe on the inside of the place that he's working for. Like, who's involved with these people, if they're involved with these people. And then on top of it, when it gets to the section where it shows you the people that are actually originally killed his son and everything that he's after, you have to figure out kind of how they're involved and who that middleman is. And, it's a typical kind of back and forth plot twist scenario when this guy basically is trying to get revenge for the death of his son. The action's great. The soundtrack's really good too. Even in the trailer, when you hear that Johnny Cash song, that's in there as well. You kind of feel for some of the characters. They do a really good job to really humanize some of the characters that are technically like the bad guys. And they also do a decent job of humanizing and getting you a little bit familiar or making you care a little bit more about some of the side characters that are along with Jason Statham in this movie. Granted, they don't seem like they're going to be that important to necessarily end up being like a major role or being one of his partners or helping him out. You don't really get that vibe, but you do kind of care about these people because they do a little bit of kind of backstory or they show good emotion behind those characters. So that's great. Obviously, it's a little typical, although they do throw a couple twists your way, and I do like the way it kind of plays out at the end. The ending kind of fizzled out slightly because you do kind of always have a feeling of how the end's going to go with a movie like this. But I would say it's really enjoyable. Definitely a fun watch. I would give this a solid 7.5. Like, just a fun time. And Jason Statham never really lets down. I don't really think I've seen a movie of his that I'm really not like a fan of. He does a really good job overall. Even if I wasn't like super into the movie, he doesn't really do anything like horrible, except for maybe Fast and the Furious. I have no interest in those movies. I don't even think I'll do a review for Fast 9, obviously, because I haven't seen 1 through 8, basically. I think I've seen some of the second one. But either way, this movie is definitely worth the watch. Again, 7.5 out of 10. Now we'll go into a little bit of the spoiler section. Spoilers. Spoiled. Whoop. Spoiled. All right, so now at the end of this movie, you find out that the one guy, Bullet, that's like kind of the boss of their little squad at his job, was the one that was the middleman involved with this military group that they show towards the last half of the movie, right? And it's really cool to see those characters, you know, and show how they all have families, they kind of care, you know, and all this stuff. And it kind of turned, they just randomly got turned to the dark side kind of out of desperation. But when you see how the middleman was involved, Bullet, they never really give you enough emotional drive for Bullet's character, surprisingly. Which I'm kind of so about. I would have much rather almost have seen it be Boy Sweat. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of, you know, that was a little weird. But either way, I don't know what you guys thought about that if you've seen this movie and you're just watching to see what my opinions are on the end game of the movie, right? But my man is fairly, like, towards the end, very stone cold as well, like, you know, Steve Austin. Basically, like, at the very end, when you see the one character, Scarface Man, or Jan, or whatever his name is, right? Even go as far as to take out his own captain and Bullet at the end and then try to escape with the last bit of the money. You obviously feel like, you know, Hill or H is going to be there, obviously, and get his revenge at the end of the movie. Like, no shit, you're obviously aware of that. And when that happens, it's very typical and it fizzles out slightly. You are kind of psyched that, you know, he gets his revenge. He goes, reports to the feds kind of deal, rides away clean into the sunset. But, you know, that was so-so. Otherwise, the rest of the movie was pretty good. But the pacing, obviously, to get to that point and to show all those characters that kind of have that last big bout at the end, that's the part that kind of was like, throws you off slightly because of how late they waited to add that, rather than give you some more of those flashbacks of those people early in the movie. Because I didn't really care as much about Jan's character, technically. I felt way more like I wish it was the captain of that team that would have been the guys that killed him, or something, like somebody that they really took a lot more time to kind of make a down-to-earth character, making one of them the ones that were involved in the majority of these conflicts, or the major aspects of those conflicts. That's the only real part I had an issue with the end game stuff. But I did kind of enjoy, you know, watching Post Malone get killed. That was kind of funny. His character was a little silly. I mean, look at this. Got to go back to it just so you can see it, you know. It's funny to see Josh Hartnett's character be like kind of a sissy at the time.
Who'd you work for?
Suck my fucking dick.
What did you say?
I said.
Like,
We need a different.
that shit's so funny. But it's just, you know, I like little cameos like that here and there. But overall, yeah, decent movie. Definitely check this one out. Wrath of Man with Jason Statham. You'll definitely get a kick out of some of that stuff in this movie, for sure. And obviously, all the great action. All right, ZukaTube out.
Dropping lines like an assembly. I'm staying on point. It's my strategy. Feel like they're tracking me. Yo, let me get on one. Nah, go get your tracks up. Homie, can I steal some? Homie, you can't stack up. My brother, can you shout me? You're barking up the wrong tree. My dog, why do you doubt me? Cause you can't do shit without me.
Real like the radio and never play it, but that's cool. The enemy's supposed to hate it.